I want to talk about what Nnamdi Kanu and Al-Zazaki said about our land, that is Hausa land. I'm Jibril Hausa. I'm Hausa by tribe, but from the paternal and maternal side. Nnamdi Kanu said that there is no single Hausa man that is occupying a higher political position in the whole of Hausa land. And nobody is saying anything about what he said. Nobody came out from that side to debunk what Nnamdi Kanu said. Is it true that there is no Hausa man that is occupying a leadership position in Hausa land? If yes, how come? Why? What is the problem?
Oga, ask yourself.
Now to that prominent Islamic cleric, Al-Zazaki by name, even though a controversial one, came out and said that we Hausa people have never existed.
He must be a mumu man.
He said,
I swear to God.
Our language is a combination of words from that small tribe that we have in the north. Yet, no Hausa man that came out to debunk what Al-Zazaki said about them. Is it that nobody is advocating for us? We don't have anybody. We don't have anybody to talk for us.
Oga, if you have, where are they?
So now, if you look at the both side, Nnamdi Kanu and Al-Zazaki side, what they said about Hausa land is there is something fishy. They are related in one way or the other, and no wonder in several occasions when we are celebrating our Hausa Day, I've never witnessed the presence of a governor or a senator, but in several occasions, if other tribes, maybe it just happened recently in Kano, other tribes are celebrating their cultural day and whatever. The
deputy and the governor.
The deputy and the governor himself attended the occasion. But I've never seen them or any emir attending Hausa Day in anywhere in Nigeria.
One major priority area in the southeast, which I think will cool off a great deal of nerves, is for us to bring out Kanu, that gentleman. Pull him out. Stop this incarceration. I know some of his pronouncements or maybe lines of actions and so on were offensive to the Nigerian state, and there was a need maybe to take certain actions. But you see, Nigeria itself is a family. That's my picture of Nigeria. When parts of the family feel offended, as a father, as parents, you sit the gentleman down, you sit the child down, and try to find out what are the problems. How do I help you? You don't like the Christmas shoe we bought for you? Okay, we'll get you a new one. Would that solve the problem? You don't like this meal? Can we fix another meal for you? Can we start talking with Kanu? Can we start talking with IPOP? Can we start talking with other groups? I think a conversation with some of these teams would go a long way in addressing the problem. We mustn't at all times apply the stick. Bring in some carrot at times. And let's see a carrot and stick diplomacy at play. Okay? We can do that. And I think if we do that, the southeast, the situation in the southeast will be highly doused, frankly speaking. All right? Further incarceration only make him more and more relevant, only heightened the heroship over him. He is a hero now, whether we want to accept it or not. And we made him the hero.
All right.
We have made him a hero in the southeast. If he comes out now, he's wise. He can contest for governorship in any of the states. Nobody will be asking whether he's from that state in the southeast.
Okay, good morning. Okay, today Nnamdi Kanu will be appearing in court. Having seen what have happened, him winning the last time he won the trial within trial, that the Nigeria DSS forced him to make statement that he didn't want to make. And today he's coming to court happily, as regards that he's already 1-0 up against Nigeria, and we've seen the UN won Nigeria as against the freedom. We've seen the African leaders, Traore and the rest, talk about the freedom of Africa. What is your take as regards this?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, wherever you're watching us from. I remember one of the only evangelist, Biafra, Benjamin Johnson, is this night, one of the only Biafran evangelists. My beloved brothers, I love what is happening today. in the court. And I love the drama that is going to take place because it is no longer children things. It is now the game of the men. You can see the previous court appearance of Nnamdi Kanu, you know, when the Nigerian government came with their evidence. There is what the judge put. He said trial within trial. That is the English political language. Trial within trial. And when the trial within trial was checkmated, it was founded and funded under the foundation that it was under duress. Under what? Duress. Under forceful human rights. That they went against his rights and they forced him to do what? To say some certain things which on a norm it doesn't supposed to. To admit some certain things which on a norm it doesn't supposed to. You and I know Master Nnamdi Kanu very well. It's Mr. No Nonsense. It doesn't tolerate and you cannot expect him to say some certain things that will implicate him in the court of the law because he knows what it means to say some certain things or to admit some certain statements or to endorse or sign his signature in some write-up. But under duress, there is a saying that a soldier fights to remain in order to fight tomorrow. That was what he did. He admitted, concur with the DSS based on the thorough torture that they give to him against his will. So today he is defending it. And as you can see, trial within trial, he conquered Nigeria and he defeated Nigeria. And it was clearly stated that, yes, truly, it was under duress because for you to try him there on that condition, that situation, that his lawyer supposed to be there, supposed to be aware of which none of these things take place. But glory be to God that today is another day. We are waiting to see what will be the outcome of today because so far so good. You can see, the European Union, that is the EU, you can see people from UN, United Nations, you can see AU, African Union, you can see all their delegates. It's not, I told you people that this thing has gone beyond children issues, children game. It has come to the level of, if you are not matured enough, please don't come to court. If you are not matured enough, please don't come and witness the matter. If you are not matured enough, please don't show. So it is the game of men. I repeat, men. Master Nnamdi Kanu is a man. Nigeria, man. AU, that is African Union, man. EU, European Union, man. UN, United Nations, you know what that means. So if you watch all this, and let me tell you, Pan-African delegates, and the leaders of Pan-Africa, as it is now, as it is hot, when you are mentioning Pan-Africa, you are mentioning, including somebody like Captain Ibrahim Traore. You understand? And when you mention Ibrahim Traore, you are mentioning, see, there is a news, that is when I watch it. Africans are waking up. Go to Botswana president today. When I watch his speech, you know what he said? He said, my family and my people are you people. I have no other family than you people. So you are my family and I am your son. So we are to make our nation and our people great. Revive again and become what God wants. In fact, when I watch the man's speech, I marveled that through Ibrahim Traore, through the speech of Master Nnamdi Kanu, the lecture and the lessons of Master Nnamdi Kanu, have been working the spirit of original Africa in the life of Africans. So today is going to be hot. Today is going to blow hot. And today is going to be the game of, it will go beyond trial within trial. It's going to play the game between men versus men within the men. So that is how it is going to play. So I'm waiting. By 10 o'clock, they will be appearing in the court. You understand? Yeah, anything from 10, it will be appearing in the court. And the many delegates are already there. You can see, oh my God, you can see the delegates. They have already arrived, waiting for the chairman himself, the boss. Whenever he appears, he do appear with confidence. So my beloved brother, So let's wait and see how today we end it, because today being the 13th, and I learned that he will still appear again on the 16th. Then after 16th, you have 18 and 19 to finalize the whole thing. Before the legal team of Master Nnamdi Kanu will now come up with their own to ask if there is anything that they are going to kind of whether petition or to settle with the courts.
But do you think that Nnamdi Kanu, do you think Nnamdi Kanu will accept, the conditions that Nigeria government will want to give him if he's ready to settle out of court?
It depends on the condition. They will like to do that. You understand? Because of what? Based on the condition, and he himself have already admitted that. Based on the condition that Nigeria will come with, that he may accept, he may not accept. But I believe within the advice or let me use the word suggestion of previous judge in person of Peter Nyako, advice, instruction, idea, I believe he will concur. But the only thing that will dramatize the issue or the situation is when Nigerian government come with a condition of him dropping Biafra. That will dramatize the whole situation or the whole condition. But whereby they did not come with the ideology of him dropping, Biafra, so definitely I believe he will concur. You understand? I believe he will concur, because what are we even dragging? Because this is what I want, and you know that kidnapping alone has covered everything. That kidnapping has covered any case that Master Nnamdi Kanu is going to answer or face in the court.
But do you think that he want to drop, the 50 billion naira suit against the government?
I am not Master Nnamdi Kanu. Master Nnamdi Kanu is when I say rich man, is understand. He's a huge man. He's done. It's okay. He's not a hungry person. You understand? So 50 billion, he has more than that. I don't know in naira, he worth more than that. Do you understand? So he worth more than that. But see Nigeria, that amount, that money is not the major thing, but they want to kind of prove a point to Nigeria and correct Nigeria for some certain things and some certain actions within the some certain mentality which they did not know according to the law. That even you being a government fighting good and fine, there are some extent at which you can operate or you can attack somebody based on the right of humanity, based on his fundamental rights, based on his fundamental rights. That is the issue. That is what they want to correct Nigeria. You understand? So they can reduce it, reduce the price because it has come here to pay according to France how much you want pay. So they can go into negotiation in that price, that 50 billion. There may be a kind of coming down to reduction 25 to 30 or 35 billion, and Nigeria would like to settle it or take this money and let's end of this case. And the area of kidnapping, please sacrifice that one for us. It can, it's a normal thing. You can forfeit it, but this agitation will continue. You understand? And the agitation go for 9 be the cocoa. That Biafra 9 be the cocoa, and that is the main point which he must do what? Achieve. Not even in death, but in life. Because God has given him long life, and he must